house room a day. Brad, 21, a White House intern, is wearing a suit and a mask and running the latest coronavirus task force briefing with Aisha, local pre-med student. Brad. Alright, welcome to today's coronavirus task force briefing. I will be joined by our medical expert Aish. Together, we will try to answer everyone's questions. Jeff, you guys look a little young to be running this briefing. May I ask your exact qualifications? Brad. Really? Might be the mask I'm wearing here. I can take it off. Brad removes his mask, while the reporter and Aish look on in concern. Aish. Well, right now, I've been studying a bit of everything. I did get a B+ in organic chemistry. Jeff. Did you say B+? Are you even a doctor? Sagar. Almost. I am. Jeff. Care to elaborate? Sagar. I'm actually well on my way to finishing my undergraduate degree. Pre-health, of course. I was also a lab apprentice for Dr. Fossey. Jeff. Speaking of the man, where exactly is he? Ice. The new Animal Crossing game was released on Switch, so he's been practicing social distancing while I take over for him. Jeff. Just to be clear, we have a college student who isn't even a doctor yet running the disease protocol. Sagar. Actually, I want to become a veterinarian. I just haven't told my father yet. He would be deeply disappointed. Brad. Learn to share the room, Jeff. We're not here to play 21 questions with Aish. I believe the other reporter also has something to say. Chuck. Thank you, Chuck Hughes from Barstool Sports, Rona Division. Brad, this question is for you. Brad. Don't mean to cut you off, but Rona Division. Chuck. Yeah, formerly women's rugby. Though we were barely treading water before the outbreak. Since I was the only one on our staff with a college degree, they are having me cover shit this now. University of American Samoa class of 2018. Chuck. Anyway, back to my question. What do you think this upcoming darty season will be like? Jeff. Darty? Everyone. In unison. Day party. Ice. In a thick Indian accent. Fucking boomer. Brad. Great question, Chuck. The best part about darties is that they take place outside, so there's really no better way to distance yourself. Additionally, most standard drinking game tables are 6 feet long. I'm not the medical expert, though. For that we gotta go back to Aish. Jeff. But he isn't either. Aish. Very good point with the 6-foot-long tables. While I agree that darties will be safe, I still don't think anyone should be sharing drinks. Brad. Nobody drinks out of your cups anyway. Your beer of choice is Rolling Rock. Ice. Don't you come at Rolling Rock like that. You just can't appreciate the complex flavor profile. Brad. Dude, it tastes like soggy peanuts, and you know it. Jeff hides his Rolling Rock beer. Chuck writes notes in his notepad. Chuck. Top 3 beers, everyone, go. Brad. Game on. Alright, Natural Light, Natural Ice, and my favorite, Miller High Life. Chuck. Hey, it's the champagne of beers. I gotta respect that. Aish, what about you? Ice. Rolling Rock, of course. Michelob Ultra and Busch Light for my next 2. Jeff. This is BS. Guys, could we stick to the coronavirus? Ice. Not before you name your top 3 beers. Chuck. I bet all he drinks is weird-ass IPAs. Jeff. Hey, IPAs are not weird. They are just not for everyone. Besides, if I'm ever gonna grab a cheap beer, I at least want it to taste good. Ice. Cheap beer can taste good. Jeff. Of course, you gotta try Carlsberg. It's a Danish beer. I think it's probably the best beer in the world. Chuck. All right there. Welfare state. Jeff. Don't you young people want free universal health care? Brad. Libtard alert. I have to remind you that, although he's not here, This is still President Trump's press conference. Ice! I still want universal health care. Brad. Muttering to Ice. Ice, we talked about this. You gotta be careful saying those things around here. Pence might hear you. Jeff. Alright, well, what are the current plans for opening the country? Will you guys be issued a nationwide lockdown, or are you leaving it to a state-by-state basis? Brad. I think we will be maintaining the state-by-state protocol. Chuck. Oh, I love the state-by-state stuff. Like Boston is locked down, so I just drove to New Hampshire to spend time with my parents. Brad. That's a great idea. You can't forget to contact your elder loved ones during these times. They need all the hugs they can get. Ice. Actually, I think we should be avoiding elders. I've heard they are more prone to the virus. Jeff. Sarcastically. Oh, did you learn that in one of your pre-med classes? Ice. No, actually, I heard that in a commercial. Chuck. Oh. You heard that one too? What were they even advertising? Ice. I don't even know. It's just so catchy. Chuck. Singing along. Even if you wash your hands, the elderly just can't withstand. Grandma, Grandpa, your auntie too. They're all gonna die from the corona flu. Jeff. Jesus, that's dark. What network even airs that? Chuck. What do you mean? Spike, Fox, and Disney if you would believe it. Jeff. Disney. Brad. Well, yeah, they have a lot of young viewers. So they need to make sure the kids stay away from the older people. Ice. Any other questions? Jeff. Yes. Ice. Anyone? Jeff raises his hand on the Zoom call. Jeff. Yep, right here. Ice. Nobody. Chuck. All right, sure, I could ask another. Ice. Great. Chuck. Sports. A beat. Jeff. That wasn't even a question. Chuck. Oh, shut your mouth, you fucking boomer. Are the Sox gonna be playing this summer? Ice. Pardon me, sir. What Sox are you referring to? Brad. I lived in Boston for a year. I think he's referring to whether or not sports will be allowed. Chuck. Oh yeah, bud. Brad. Perfect. Yeah, I'll take this one. Mr. President has been speaking to all the major sports leagues and soccer trying to find a plan. Jeff. Oh, real funny, Brad. Soccer isn't a major sport now. Chuck. You must be quite the journalist if you haven't figured that one out by now. Ice. Good golly, no, Jeff. The four major sports are football, basketball, hockey, and cricket. Chuck. I'll watch anything you can bet on. Ice. You and me both, brother. Brad. All right, guys. I think we accomplished a lot today. That should do it. I'm gonna go grab a beer. Jeff. Wait, I got one more question. Brad. Full of questions, this guy. What do you have for us now? Jeff. Experts say we need around 2 million daily tests if we want to start to see improvement, and we are currently only testing 200,000 people across the country. How do you suppose we can improve our testing capabilities? Chuck. This fucking guy has been testing me all day. Ice. Yes, yes, yes. I've got the solution. Last night I got super high and came up with a new plan. I've heard that dogs are immune to the disease, and as everyone knows, dogs are man's best friend. A beat, Jeff. Are you high right now, Ice? Ice. A little, I am. Brad. Oh, what a great friend you are. You said you were all out last night. Ice. Like I was gonna share my premium bud with my coworker. Brad. Wow, coworker, I see how it is. That's cold. Ice. You're right, I'm sorry. Would you like to come over now? I still have some left. Brad. And apparently, none of us were on mute. On a completely unrelated note, I have to end this briefing now. Chuck. Wait, can I join? Ice. Of course, just bring your own piece. We don't want to catch the Rona.